Redditors, what is the worst life hack you have ever tried, and have you ever tried one with terrible consequences? I once saw a beauty hack that said you should hold your eyelash curler under the blow dryer for 10 seconds so your lashes curl more. I burned my eyelashes off. That was 7 years ago and I swear they've only just recently grown back completely. Broke a light bulb in the socket. Did a quick Google search. Eventually I found someone that removed it using a potato cut in half. I basically ended up with grated potato everywhere. My friend read somewhere that if you rubbed your own ball sweat on you, girls would be subconsciously attracted to you because of pheromones. I was intrigued but skeptical, so I decided to see how it worked for him. He did not get laid that day, but did achieve smelling like ball sweat all day at school. I never gave it a go. Pinterest will tell you to chuck your toilet brush up into a drill motor and give her hell. Admittedly, I've never tried this because I have zero interest in creating a tornado in my bathroom, but it's about the worst idea I've heard in a while. A cousin of mine nearly burnt his hand off and house down following some YouTube video to take a battery apart to get little batteries from inside. My friend tried that thing going around on Facebook about microwaving your phone if you get water in it. I couldn't stop laughing long enough to be of any help to her. Tried that one that says putting tea bags on your eyes depuffs them when I was about 13. However, they did not specify black tea, so my dumbest use is an apple cinnamon tea. Cinnamon is a minor irritant, so I had red tea bag shaped rectangles around my eyes for a few hours. I tried the life hack where you turn your toaster sideways to easily make grilled cheese. Yeah, a small fire happened and now the toaster has lived in my garden for about a year now. I remember a long while back, someone on Reddit suggested wiping your ass standing up as a life hack. There were a number of people who chimed in and said this was the way they've always done it, and both sides were amazed that the other existed. But it seemed like everyone who tried it standing up for the first time thought it was awful and usually got it on their balls. Once tried to use butter as tanning lotion. Melted a stick in a coffee mug and had a buddy of mine rub me down. I read it online while sitting by the pool. It didn't work at all. When I was young, I thought that the quickest way to cool down a hot oiled pan was to douse it with water. Never again. As a teenager, I read that olive oil is good for dry scalp. I put a ton of low quality, that is, smelly, olive oil in my hair. The smell didn't wash out for weeks. Putting chapstick on your eyelids makes you high. I couldn't find chapstick, so I went to the next best thing. Tiger Balm. Extra strength pain relieving ointment. My god, was I in pain. Never doing that again. I remember reading on a thread that a teenage dude thought that spray-on bandage would be a good alternative when he didn't have condoms. If you use peanut butter to get gum out of a kid's hair, now you have to find something that will remove the peanut butter or they will smell like a PBJ for a week. I tried that life hack where you use a lighter to pop dents out of ping pong balls. Well, it ended up catching on fire and I burned a hole in my Mills carpet. 3 words. Home bikini epilator. Using this tool correctly is actually just as awful as mishandling it. The DIY aspect does not improve anything. There's one that comes up on Pinterest a bunch. It suggests using sticky hooks in the inside of a cabinet to hold up lids to your pans. Mother ducking glue came unstuck and the lid fell on my GD toe. Broke the ducker too. I wanted lighter hair for summer and used lemons for it when I was 13 about 7 years ago. Bad move. Hair was dry. Staying on the hair theme, I put banana in my hair because 17 magazine said it would leave it soft and silky when I was 15. Well, guess ranking what? It was impossible to wash out and I had to pick banana clumps out of my quacking hair for flippin' 3 weeks. I had rotten banana in my hair. Lesson of this girl's lifetime. Don't listen to 17 magazine's life hacks. Bunch of teddy pickers. Heard via radio show that you can use bleach when you hand wash dishes to make them cleaner. Read the back of my dish soap. Didn't see any warnings. So I dumped a cap full of bleach in my soapy dishwater. The smell was awful and I started getting lightheaded. Unplugged the sink. Vented the apartment and went outside for a while. Found out later that I had made chlorine gas. Looked up what went wrong. Turns out there's a big difference between adding bleach to dishwater and rinsing dishes with bleach water. For super cleaning power, mix bleach with vinegar and ammonia. No. Freezing bananas helps them last longer. Also, it turns out you're supposed to peel them first. Anyone here ever watch Angel's grapefruit technique? Yeah. I don't recommend trying it. Microwave brownie in a mug. I broke 2 coffee duos and burned my hand. I followed the advice of a Russian life hacker YouTube video to make an air conditioner with dry ice and fans. I didn't realize that this creates carbon dioxide, which is highly poisonous. It was so hot out I wanted the air conditioner to keep my dog cool while I was out of the house. I never got another dog after him. He died because I was a gullible idiot, and if he hadn't have died then I probably would have by using it. The only comfort is that it was painless. You really can't trust stuff you just find on the internet. Edit. I didn't mean to say highly poisonous. But yeah, that stuff does kill you in high enough concentrations. I used Chipotle hacks to get more burrito for my buck. The extra food isn't worth the weight gain and health problems that resulted. I tried to make my own fleshlight when I was younger by using body wash and a pillow folded up. The body wash had tons of those mini hard cleaning beads. Never again. Resulted in pain, a messy pillow, and had to shower again in my shame. I also cut a hole in a watermelon to have a sex with it. It was cold and unpleasant. Had to throw the whole thing out. My father later asked me what happened to the watermelon. I didn't respond. Run over the barrier at an airport if you feel lonely. You get lots of hugs. Not a life hack, but those YouTube videos where you can light your hand on fire with hand sanitizer. I tried one of those homemade fleshlight ones before. Just ends up messy and not feeling good. When I was a teenager I got impetigo. My mum read on some message board that you could get rid of it by scrubbing your face using vinegar. I tried to argue against it, but she wouldn't listen and insisted on scrubbing the scabs away with this really rough flannel soaked in vinegar. The burning was like nothing I have experienced. Imagine somebody rubbing vinegar into an open wound. I went to the doctors the next day and she proudly told them that she had tried the vinegar thing, and they looked at her with a look of horror and were like, yay, that's not something we would advise. I once saw one that suggested, instead of buying expensive binoculars, just stand closer to what you wish to view. You know, stand closer to those birds. Climb right on down onto the field at a baseball game. Leap off the top of the Grand Canyon. What could go wrong? There is this life hack video on YouTube and it all seems alright, and the last ducking one was to take apart a 4 plug. Do summit to the copper cables inside and attach them to razor. You then put the razors in your cup of water and you plug it in after to boil your water. What the actual duck do they not realize little children watch these? Edit. Found the video, but not the English version. The whole if you want someone, date someone else to make them jealous. Yes, it worked. No, it was not great. It ended in ruin and I'll never think that way again. Opening a bottle of wine with a screwdriver when I didn't have a corkscrew. Shattered the neck of the bottle. Sliced open my hand and needed stitches. And I'll take Dumbus. Drunk decisions for $800. Alex. Read somewhere that leaving mayo in your hair for a little bit will help moisturize it. Didn't have mayo, but I had Miracle Whip and decided to leave it in overnight to let it really soak in. I could not get the smell out of my hair for a week. I also read that to make easy grilled cheese. Put cheese slices on bread and into the toaster. Destroyed the toaster and almost burnt the house down. I am not a smart person. I tried a life hack that said to put your toaster on its side to make cheese on toast easily. I literally set part of my kitchen on fire. My mum had to replace the work surfaces because I burned a hole in it. Ducking BuzzFeed. Iodine and baby oil hair removal. It is supposed to be like Nia. Didn't remove a single hair and stained my legs yellow. A light bulb broke in my ceiling light and I read you can get one out by sticking in a carrot and unscrewing what was left of the bulb. It got lodged into the bottom half of the shattered light bulb and I had to call the super to get the carrot bulb out of the ceiling. I was worried we'd lose our deposit. When I was young 15 I wanted to get high BC in high school, it's cool. So with no way of getting weed I decided to try oregano like a lot of people say. But I didn't wanna smoke it because I would smell like oregano forever, so I decided to drink it. Water didn't drink the taste down, so I tried Coke then milk. For some reason I thought that was a good idea. I proceeded to vomit for 3 hours straight. Didn't get high. Mum thought I was dying. Lesson learned. Putting any of the following on my face are skincare from bullet YouTubers who don't know it but peddle to young impressionable girls. I was 13. Lemon juice, cinnamon and baking soda. Not me, but I was able to convince a friend's little brother that he could charge his cell phone in the microwave. Tried the open a wine bottle with a shoe thing at 4 AM and 7 cops showed up at the door responding to a call of domestic violence. I know somebody who tried ice soap. Classic. Tennis ball to unlock a car door. Worst life hack. Pee gets rid of styes. Duck up. Pee in the eye. Made it worse. Heard that turmeric was good for the skin, so I made a homemade face mask with turmeric and yogurt. My face was yellow-orange for some hours, which I spent trying to clean it off. I tried sticking ice cubes in the brand new dryer because I heard it helped de-wrinkle. Didn't even get to see if it worked before my dad lost his it when he found out why the dryer was making that noise. I like those videos of people throwing boiling water onto their windshield in the winter and watching it shatter. Have you heard of the one about putting cheese on a piece of bread, then turning your toaster sideways? That lit my toaster on fire. I had scorch marks on the bottom of my kitchen cabinet and no one noticed. Made okay grilled cheese with minimal effort though. I say the ducking wet wipes more than toilet paper hack that Reddit loves to jerk over. Real life pro tip. If the packaging says something like safe to flush up to 4 at a time or something, they're not ducking safe to flush. Go live in an old apartment where some neighbor of yours clogged the plumbing system and you had actual lead backing up out of multiple units in the complex, then come tell me how awesome of a hack it is. I tried to clean the blender after making a smoothie, so I put some boiling water and washing up liquid in it. I put the lid on, pressed the on button and the lid shot off. I got a face full of boiling water and went blind for a few minutes. Completely recovered now, but I haven't made a smoothie since. Cleaned my windows with Coke. They sure got clean but woke up to a massive invasion of flies the next morning. Anything labeled life hack should be avoided. Also life pro tips. They're cancer. Making grilled cheese with a toaster. The shake the water off your hands thing so you can dry them with only one paper towel. Flung my wedding band down the drain on my first day of work. Luckily I got it back thanks to a speedy plumber. Anything I've ever read about dating. Ice cream plus flour equals bread. More like ice cream plus flour equals thrown away ice cream. I didn't do it, but I was looking up ways to stop sweating on my upper lip when I have makeup on. This moron suggested that you put salt and ice on the sweaty area to stop it. I'll just stick with sweaty upper lip. Don't know if it's a life hack, but I took ice and put it all over my sinuses, nose and eyelids to open up my nose during the flu. The burning. Oh god. The exquisite pain. I tried the drinking diluted vinegar will help you lose weight. Ugh. Even diluted. The vinegar water was so acidic and awful I had heartburn for a few days afterward. A few years later, I saw this natural remedies list on my Mills bulletin board. The cure for heartburn was drinking diluted vinegar. I laughed so hard at that. Boiling milk in a kettle. A group of us were on holiday in a rented house and I did this for some hot chocolate. Everything seemed alright. It was good hot chocolate. Then the pungent smell hit the kitchen the next day. We didn't realize what had gone wrong at first. And we did. My ass was the butt of the joke for 6 months straight. Going vegan. Ended up skinny and sluggish, with about 10 serious nutritional deficiencies after several years. Time's running out. Need to do these dishes, dress, and leave the house in 5 minutes. See the blender sitting there, nasty with crap. Remember the life hack about the soap and water blending technique. Fill it up, put it on there. Didn't know you had to hold it down, and the soap and water went everywhere. On the table, on the food, in the toaster, everywhere.